Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking the complete life cycle of an independent creator, and we're using the Texas sessions as our roadmap. It is absolutely fascinating to see how a simple, raw idea, like an unused lyric just scribbled in a notebook, can literally transform step by step into a fully monetized digital masterclass. We're going to look at this entire creative and business journey from start to finish.
Here is our roadmap for today. First, refining the creative spark. Second, funding your creative vision. Third, designing the virtual layout. And finally, fourth, structuring a digital masterclass. Let's jump right in.
Section 1, refining the creative spark and shaping those raw ideas for promotion.
So listen to this lyric from the track Never Change. You left a dent in the hallway in the shape of your coat, right? It's just this perfect, authentic, heartland rock hook that grabs an audience immediately. Just think about the imagery there for a second. The physical memory of someone permanently pressed into the space they left behind. When you're looking to promote a project, starting with a concrete, highly visual detail exactly like this is what makes a song feel alive. It instantly captivates the listener.
But, having a killer lyric is really only step one. You have to adapt it for the modern digital landscape. If you're building a short-form promotional medley, you've got two great adaptation blueprints to make every single syllable count. Option 1 is the verse-to-chorus slam cut. This strips away all the filler, focusing on a direct, driving rhythm from the strongest verse lines, and then drops straight into the hook. Alternatively, option 2 is the high-tension build. This uses a specific pre-chorus line, the damage rolls on, as this dynamic launchpad to build massive momentum. Both are highly effective, they just serve different pacing needs for short-form content.
And building this into a larger medley layout isn't just about playing one song straight through. It's about creating a really high-contrast experience. You start by introducing the dark, haunting grit of that Never Change verse, and then you purposefully shift the chords and rhythm. By weaving in the breathless, mile-a-minute momentum of an interpolation like Every Glance, you create this seamless, high-contrast block for your audience before, bam, slamming right into the big two lives chorus payoff. It's all about holding the viewer's attention through those dynamic shifts.
Moving on to Section 2, funding your creative vision, which is all about generating capital without taking out bank loans.
Now, you might be thinking you need some massive label advance or a bank loan for studio upgrades, like say you want to hit that authentic analog tape saturation sound, but you can actually bypass debt entirely. The strategy here is pre-selling exclusive, high-tier perks to your inner circle well ahead of the official launch. By leveraging a crowdfunding platform, you're letting your early supporters step up and literally become the executive producers of your project.
Check out these 3 high-tier blueprints. They hold absolutely incredible value for die-hard fans, but honestly, they cost you very little extra to produce. Tier 1 is the Executive Co-Producer tier. You offer a rare signed vinyl test pressing and official credit, priced anywhere from $250 to $500. Tier 2 is the Studio Archive Pass, which gives digital access to your raw session notes and early drafts. And Tier 3, the Lyricist's Showcase, offers a framed, signed lyric sheet. You are actively monetizing the process itself here, not just the final product.
The power of microfunding is just incredible. At up to $500 for a rare test pressing, you don't need thousands of backers. Just a handful of die-hard fans can instantly fund the specific software or gear you need for mastering. It's instant upgrade capital, generated entirely from the people who believe in your music the most. All right, Section 3. Designing the virtual layout. Using AI as your virtual project manager.
By stepping into the role of creative director, you can structure your website incredibly efficiently to host all these new assets. AI can essentially act as your virtual project manager. It handles frictionless blueprinting to map out wireframes, so you're never just staring at a blank screen. It provides guidance on how to effectively use native drag-and-drop elements within your web builder. And it even tackles polished copywriting for your headlines, course descriptions, and FAQs. It's basically like having an entire web agency tucked inside your laptop, which leaves you fully in control of your creative vision.
And this brings us to an absolutely game-changing administrative feature, natively integrated into many modern web platforms, pro rata tracking. If a user joins a multi-month course halfway through, they are only billed for the remaining months. They don't get hit with massive back payments for the time they missed. It calculates the subscription based on the exact time of entry, which ensures a completely frictionless experience for the user.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 4, structuring a digital masterclass and turning that process into recurring income.
You can actually monetize the exact skills you use to edit your project by teaching them to others.
And adopting an automatic monthly billing structure? That completely removes the tech friction. The first payment is taken instantly at checkout. Then, it automatically bills on the first of every single month. There's zero chasing down invoices, no manual follow-ups, and there are even built-in grace periods for failed cards. It gives you, the creator, highly predictable cash flow while you get to focus entirely on teaching your craft.
Now, instead of overwhelming your students with 20 hours of video all at once, you can logically pace a masterclass into bite-sized monthly drops. Month 1 tackles the raw splicing phase, getting everything organized, trimmed, and comped. Month 2 dives into sonic precision, covering your EQ, timing alignment, and noise reduction. And Month 3 focuses on polish and depth, adding time-based effects, automation, and that final export. You align your course content perfectly with the automated monthly billing cycle we just looked at. It's a win-win.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want you to take a hard look at your own hard drives and your own creative process. What unused lyrics, session notes, or skills are sitting tucked away in your notebooks right now, just waiting to be transformed? The blueprint is right here in front of you, from refining the spark, to funding the vision, to building the layout, to teaching the world. The question is, how will you apply this lifecycle blueprint today?